The Bible tells us that God is love. So every time you are in his presence, every time he speaks into your soul, you will feel this love. In fact, that is another wonderful test. Are you hearing from God or are you hearing from the enemy? When you're hearing from God, you will always feel his love for you. Even when he corrects you. I've been walking with God for 34 years, and he has corrected me, but it's always been in love. I remember this one time I wanted to say something. I wanted to tell someone a piece of my mind, and I immediately heard, do you really want to say that? What is that going to do to them? A gentle voice stopped me. One time, I have to say this, one time I was ranting and raving. I was on a walk with my dogs, ranting and raving about something that was bothering me. And when I was done, he just let me rant and rave. He said, do you really have it that bad? His voice is so gentle, so kind. Use that as a test. Use that as a test. And yes, there is a justice side. He is a God of love, but he's also a God of justice. But let me tell you why we no longer have to worry about his justice in our life, because his justice was done on the cross, and all that is left now is his love for us. He made that clear to me and I'm going to share this with you. When one day I was meditating on Jeremiah 9:23 and 24. Let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Let not the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness, for in these things I delight. And one day as I was meditating on this, I said, Lord, I want to understand and know you more. And this is what I heard. Look at the last part of the verse. I said, well, the last part says that you exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness. And these things you delight. Oh, so you delight in loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness. And he said, yes. Now listen to what he said next. And I call this a gold nugget because this changed my life. And I pray that right now it changes yours. This is what I heard. I exercised my judgment on the cross. I gave you my righteousness. Now all that's left is my loving kindness. Do you know that I walked away from that conversation a completely renewed person? Since that day, I wake up every day and I look for the Lord's loving kindness in my life. I no longer look for judgment. I don't look for righteousness because I am righteous. I am the righteousness of God in Christ. And he is inside of me. And I will always be doing the right thing at the right time, at the right moment, if I obey his voice inside of me. And even if I don't, his grace and his blood has me covered. Is that not good news? I pray that you have been encouraged today and that you walk a little lighter today, that your soul feels a little less heavy today.